It's SOCAN, and we're here with Mackenzie Porter, who's had an incredible year. Congratulations on the most recent thing, your 4 nominations for the 2021 Canadian Country Music Awards. That must feel great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been an exciting couple of days, and the awards. Somebody said to me earlier today that I've been a part of them for 8 years, which is so incredible and so crazy. But this year for me, Entertainer of the Year is such a compliment and a massive thing for me. So I'm really, really excited about that one.
Yeah, I mean, it has been an incredible couple of years. You're the first one in 22 years to score 3 consecutive Canadian country number ones. The first Canadian artist to score a top 10 crossover debut since Shania Twain, first Canadian artist to hit number 1 in Australia in 16 years. So much is happening. I mean, is there any sort of moment or particular thing that stands out where you're kind of taking it in and going, wow, I'm just so chuffed by that?
There's so many, honestly. Let me think. I think always the number ones when I was putting out music independently before I signed my record deal in Nashville. Then kind of took a break because I was acting. And then when I came back, I remember saying to my parents, I don't know if people are going to react to this. I don't know how this is going to go down. And the fact that since then we've had 3 number ones and all this other crazy stuff happen, it's just been so cool. A lot of moments that are kind of surreal for me is a lot of the Billboard stuff, or yesterday I was in New Jersey, just in some random bar before a show. We're we'll go get a drink before my show, and the song is on playing in the bar. Nobody in there knew who I was, but they were playing the song. And I was like, that's so crazy. Or we're driving home from a different show and I had to go into a gas station, pee, and it was playing in the gas station. It was just, I don't know. Those moments are just really, really cool.
Yeah, that's kind of amazing to hear yourself back like that. Obviously, you've been a professional actor, and for that work, you have to call up all kinds of emotions in your work. Do you find that you're using that same muscle when you're writing songs, that you call up the emotion in order to get to the heart of the song while you're writing it?
Totally. I mean, for example, if I'm writing a heartbreak song, I mean, I'm married now and love my husband. And so when I'm thinking about that, I kind of have to think into my past relationships or a moment in my current relationship that's been harder. So I feel for me, yes, I can definitely dramatize or emphasize a moment maybe, and make it kind of narrow in on it to write about it and make it a bit more specific, I guess, than it would be in my real life. But it's still moments that happen and feelings I felt, I can just dive in. And that's what I do in acting too. If I need to be emotional for a scene, I can think back on something in my life has been hard and really dive in onto that one emotion.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's happened in performing as well. I'm thinking of the video for Seeing Other People, which is basically you breaking down, and it's a headshot that's from 2 angles for the entire thing. Does that come out in performance live as well, or just for video and that kind of thing?
Sometimes, I mean, a lot of the emotion for me in a live performance is when people are singing the songs back. And, sometimes you're tired of traveling and jumping on flights and hauling crap to gigs. And then you get on stage and people are singing back the song, and it's just emotional because it's well, this is exactly why I do all of the stuff that's not fun in this industry. This is why I do it right here. And that can be very emotional. And like you said, the Seeing Other People music video, we weren't supposed to film a music video that day. Basically, I was doing a photo shoot, and at the end of it, my old manager, he's like, why don't you just do 1 or 2 passes of just you singing to the camera? We'll do it as a lyric video. It'll just be, maybe it'll be something, maybe it won't. And I did 1 pass, and that was the song. And then obviously we cut to those other angles. So we did another take, but the main take was the very first take.
That's wild. So it's almost like an afterthought. Oh, let's do a video.
There was no plan to do it. And it's my most viewed video on YouTube. So it's funny how that kind of stuff happens. Sometimes it's those impromptu kind of real moments, obviously, is what the audience connects with as well.
Right. I read in American Songwriter magazine that you're always maybe a little bit nervous in the writing room, especially at the beginning. Can you talk a little bit about why that is?
Yeah, for me, songwriting, I do get nervous. Well, it depends, it depends if I've written with the people a lot. There's a couple writers in town that we have a flow, we have a style, they know me, and it's just super easy. But a new writer or a bigger writer, I always want to come in with a bunch of different ideas, so I seem prepared and I know what I want to say as an artist. But you never know, like when you're working at something at home, and then when you go to say it out loud, you're like, oh, is this actually cool? Is this dumb? Like, I don't know. So just the moment in those rooms where you throw out ideas for me is a little bit nerve wracking, just because I don't know, it's a little bit vulnerable.